91 feels like 95. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for stopping in. We're gonna be picking up where we left off. And by left off, I mean, remember when you were working on those hydraulic cylinders for field cultivator? Now we got the wrong seals. Well, we're gonna be finishing that project today. So this cylinder seal project is starting to finally come along. We put a couple actually new seals on the end cap of the cylinder, and then we put, so if you got the orange and black one right here, those are both brand new ones. We took the 3 or 4 different old seals off of the cylinder piston, and then we put it all back together. Then we do the same thing on the other cylinder, and we put it all back together, and everything's gonna work, and we'll all be happy. Isn't that right?
That's right.
We got the cylinder put back together. We got the end cap on with the seals on it. We got the piston on with those seals on it, and now we got it shoved. Now we can bolt the end cap onto here, so it should be totally sealed. So when you put oil in it, it won't leak again. So we'll tighten everything up, put it back on, and then take the other one off, and then just do this exact same thing all over again. Okay, so now we rebuilt the second cylinder. Now we're just hooking up hoses, and then we're gonna test it and see if he did it wrong. Alright, we're gonna raise it up, and we're gonna see if any of this was even worth the work. Alright, now we're just gonna fiddle with the second CV, see what happens, I suppose. Trying to go easy because we want to make sure all the fittings and everything are tight. Well, I think we got the air out of the cylinders because they were going pretty smooth, as you guys saw. So I think we might actually be all good, which is a good thing. So now he's gonna have to zip tie everything back up together how it was, and then we're gonna pull her out, and then that's gonna be all she wrote for this bit. And then I'm probably gonna start working on the planter. Oh, hey, you're back again. Look at that. It's the next day, and we got the field cultivator ready, so that is not only ready to be put away, but it's already ready to be used for next season, because we greased it, checked it over, found a couple missing bolts that were on it, and so now everything on that thing should be ready to go for the next season. So now we're gonna start working on the planter now. If you guys remember a few videos ago when we bought those tarp straps or rubber straps to hold these drag chains up, we got some crust building problems. It builds up crust up on the topsoil of it, like the top half inch or so, which is pretty deep. It might not sound that deep, but it's pretty freaking deep. Like this, so they're up and out of the way. Which I didn't really film this or talk about this, but that worked great for all of 2 days. And then after that, after about every single night or day that Dad worked, there was 1, if not 2 more that were gone off of it every single day. Now thankfully, after we did that, there wasn't a lot more to do to plant after we did that. But we decided that wasn't really gonna work, so we got some, and Yetter actually makes something to go onto these Yetter drag chains. to keep them up out of the way, and it's actually, you know, supposed to be on there, unlike tarp straps. We've got these Yetter holders, and they're supposed to be mounted up something, I think maybe somewhat like this, maybe, or maybe level with this. I'm not too sure exactly how it's supposed to go, and I'm not too sure exactly how it's supposed to together, but it'll be fine. We just got to learn how it goes together, and then we should be all good, I think, after that. And then once we learn how to do them, I'm probably gonna do the rest of these, and then Dad's gonna do the blower fan up on there, because we need a new blower fan. And I'll show you guys why we're gonna need one pretty quickly. We didn't even get started on it yet, and we already had to break out the instructions on how to put it all together. So that's what it's supposed to look like. So you got the 2 U-bolts right here that clamp onto the drag chain mounting bars that the chains are actually on, and then there's a little clip there where you clip onto your chain, and then it's supposed to hold the chain up, in theory, at least how it's supposed to work. Well, that's pretty simple.
Better on a bungee strap.
Yeah, a lot better than a bungee strap. Like I was saying before, but every night that you went out, when you came back, there was 1 or 2 more straps that were completely missing off the planter.
It's temporary.
After that, we said, nope,
Trial.
nope,
Experiment.
no more. Not gonna do it. So anyway, like I was saying before, they're really simple. 2 U-bolts mount onto here. You got this hook there's a nut on the bottom side right here. It's just like this, that this little clipper part grabs onto, and then you clip the chain on the clip there, and that's all that there really is to it. All right, so we're gonna take a quick detour off of the Yetter drag chain holders, or whatever you want to call it, and we're gonna be trying to tear apart this fan and try to put in the new one, because when we were switching the planter over to that 180, Dad took apart the fan that's currently in it, and come to find out that there is a couple fins just completely missing, and there's plenty of fins that are wanting to spring and fly apart. So this is what it's supposed to look like. So we're gonna pull out the old fan and show you guys, well, really the real reason why we're replacing it. I think you guys will get the point when we get there. This isn't a very uncommon thing, from what we've heard, for these type of fans to start going bad. So, because it starts to accumulate, because since it's sucking in there and also blowing out air, so it's recirculating air all the time. And since this is a lot of dust that usually flies around the planter when we're going through the field, or when we're filling up seed with the talc dust all up in the air, and the seed dust and everything, and the treatment, it'll all get sucked up into that fan, and then that'll just start wearing away at it and shorten the fan's lifespan. And we're thinking the main reason how that fan was close to flying apart, because it was not making good noises. So before we take so he's just unscrewing all the different screws that are holding this actual front cover piece down. So then when you get all those off, you can pull it right up.
Here's the problems. Those are all wore off at the inside. I suppose all the talc and the graphite and the dirt, pieces of seed over the years, wears on them, and we're losing airflow and had some vibration out of that baby.
Like he was saying, sorry for the background noise, that's the air compressor. Oh, diapers. Sorry you're so close to my face. Anyway, so like he was saying, you got, half of the fin gone, a bunch of the other ones chipped off, wore off, a couple of them, if we push it off till next year, or maybe another 2 years from now, we might have a little bit worse of a problem than just that. The fan might potentially grenade in there, which all the fins would just all explode and then all come bouncing off. Which makes you wonder, I don't really know what happens to the one fin that half of it's missing. I really want to know. I guess it must have just shot really fast from underneath it. Man, that would have hurt if you got hit with that.
And I got oil leaking out of the motor.
That's healthy.
Afraid of that.
So here's the old one. So you can see they're both the same shape and everything, the same fins. It's just, you know, you got half of a fin gone right here. It's wearing right up underneath there. And pretty much doing that on every single other fin. And then the one I'm going to show you is the new one and how it's really supposed to look. So you see, there's no fins gone. Nothing is eaten away. It's perfect 90-degree angles right here. You can see on every single one of them, nothing's different. And so that's really how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look like what it does look like. If we didn't do this, we wouldn't have found out that we needed a new motor. And well, now we need a new motor. Okay, so now he's just got to take apart the motor, and now that the fan's all put away, I'm gonna keep putting the rest of these holders on. I've done 3 of them so far by myself. We've done 5 in total. I'm gonna be on my 6th, so we're gonna be halfway done after this one. And then we gotta just keep going on further that way, and then eventually we'll be all done. And then that'll be it for this whole project. Yeah, I think this looks about right. So, these are all put on. The motors took apart. Dad went inside a little while ago to go see if he could find any parts that he could, well, find for the motor and everything like that. So, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you guys have noticed, I have no schedule because we are all over the place. We could go without really having much of anything really interesting to film for 2 weeks, and then be able to film for 4 or 5 days, and then just film as much as we can there. So we're kind of all over the place. But anyway, I'm still going to try to get videos out. Again, I don't know if I said this before, they're going to be kind of a little bit slower this summer because, again, we don't have nothing to spray or anything. So but hopefully when it gets closer to August, September, hopefully there will be more videos to show, because then we'll be getting everything ready for fall time and everything like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys.